Hi, it's Kai Ashley here of the Vibrant Success Club, and I am super excited to share this recording with you. This is a recording from a webinar that I did. It's actually an excerpt. So it is all about overcoming your fear of failure, but it is specifically to help you get super clear on what your vision is so that you can create the life of your dreams, basically. This is going to help you get so clear and remove so many blocks. So I invite you to turn off all distractions. I got quite a lot of response after this webinar telling me how this EFT session really helped people to change their perspective, to see things that they were never able to see before. So shut down all your distractions, make sure you've got water, make sure that you're super present, super here, put your phone on airplane mode, okay, because you just want to stay right in this. Now you'll hear me sometimes repeating myself because it was a webinar, so people were coming in and out, so you know, you can tell it's a webinar, but it should be fine. I mean, it is going to be fine. You'll love it. It'll be great. So please get out your pen and paper so you can write down what you need to and follow along closely. Okay, you ready? Let's go. So this is going to be EFT to overcome fear of failure. Now, this is really essential because what happens when we have a fear of failure? We procrastinate. We criticize ourselves. We have a massive need to protect ourselves because we've been taught that once we fail, we will be judged. Okay, and this is one of the main things that most of my clients, when they come to me, are actually scared of, the way that people will treat them and the way that that they'll be outcast or rejected. So that's one of the main things that I want to help you with today. Okay, you ready? Okay, get your hands, and the chat box is here. If you want to type in any of your issues as we go, feel free, okay? Let's tap the front of our chest like this. Let's take a big, deep breath. Really give it all you've got, okay? Relax your shoulders and exhale. Okay. Now, I invite you to think of your version of success. Okay, I want you to get an image up of what that would look like for you. Okay, what does your version of success look like? So close your eyes, let yourself get the image up. We'll do this real quickly because we simply want to get it up and then pretty much tear it down. Okay, so once you've got your image up and you can see where you are, who you're with, what it is that you feel successful about, okay, I invite you to see what could go wrong. Okay, now something bad goes wrong and it's the worst thing that could go wrong. What is it? Okay, if you got a pen and paper, write this down. What's that worst thing that you think that could go wrong? Let yourself see it. Is it some form of rejection or feeling like you're alone? What is it that's going on for you particularly? Okay, let's take a big, deep breath on that and feel how it feels in your body. And make sure you open your mouth on the exhale. Now, how does that make you feel? Does it make you feel anxious, sad, scared? Keep tapping your chest. And if you've got your pen and paper, write down what those feelings are. If it's anxiety, stress, fear, loneliness, sadness, defeated, disappointment. These are all sorts of feelings that people get when they think of success, and they do this little exercise. Okay. Now just tap along with me, knowing that you can change any words that you want. Okay, you ready? Take a long, deep breath in, and we're going to begin. Sigh out with the jaw wide open. Tap your chest. Repeat after me. Okay, now first, get that image up in your mind. That success image. What does success look like for you? Okay, and now something goes wrong. What is the worst thing that could happen? Is it rejected? Is it you lost everything? Whatever your story is, we're about to go on it. Okay, let's go. Even though I'm scared of this happening, and I'm sure that this worst thing would happen, I choose to give myself a break because I care about this. Okay, now before we move on, I want you to rate it between 1 and 10. 10 being the highest, meaning that when you tune into this image, how likely does it feel to come true? 10 means you're really scared that it will happen, and 1 means that it's only tiny, which, you know, it's usually higher than that. Okay. I choose to admit I'm scared of failure. I'm scared of getting it wrong. I'm scared of being rejected. Okay, tap down on the front of your ribs. So what we're doing is we're bringing the negative emotion up. It's going to be a bit unsettling at first, but that's okay. Your job is to simply lean towards the feeling, okay? Let it come up, keep tapping, and it will move right through your body. Don't recoil, embrace, and try not to feel it, okay? That's why we're saying the negative. It's to bring it up so we can heal it. Okay, let's take a big, deep breath together. Open your jaw and sigh out. Repeat after me. I love and accept myself, even if part of me doesn't. I love and adore myself, even though I'm scared of getting it wrong. Okay, let's keep tapping through. Tap the inside of your wrist. It's right on the inside, not the side. I choose to admit I've gotten it wrong in the past. And this was really hard for me. I failed before. I've been rejected. Okay, now if your mind is up here or you feel energy up here, bring it down into your heart. So put your focus down into your heart. Tapping the inside of your wrist. I failed before. Tap the side of your hands together. Even though I failed before, I'm open to loving and accepting myself anyway. Even though I've been rejected and I'm scared it will happen again, I acknowledge how I'm feeling. I need to protect myself. I need to stay safe. I don't want to fail. So if it's not safe for me to try, I give myself permission to be safe. Okay, because we don't want to force it. We need to accept whatever's going on. Tap the top of your head. Okay, let's say it again. Even though I failed in the past, I choose to send myself compassion. Now close your eyes and see the image of the worst thing that could go wrong. Close your eyes. There I am with this bad thing that could happen. This worst thing that could go wrong, and make it whiny. Tap your eyebrows. I see myself in this picture. It's okay if you don't see a clear picture, just think about it. And it isn't working out for me. The truth is, I was secretly scared this would happen. Tap in the temples. I was secretly scared this would happen. Even though I have this fear that everything is going to fail, I choose to send myself compassion because I care about this. Tap the front of your cheekbones really up high, not down here or over here, up high. Take a big breath together. Relax your shoulders and sigh. Lean physically slowly forward. Another deep breath in. Sigh and relax your shoulders even more. Hand on your heart, tap above your lips. I choose to admit I've been holding myself back. I've been keeping myself small, but I have needed to keep myself small in order to feel safe. Tap under your lips. Because in the past, I've been rejected, criticized, abused, and it happened to me. So of course I need to stay safe. Protect myself from this. I choose to send myself compassion because I am worthy of my love, even if it doesn't feel like it. Tap the front of your chest, take a big sigh. I want you to notice any heaviness or swirly feelings in your body. Let them come up, but do not try and change them. Okay, big deep breath. Open your jaw really wide. It will help the energy move and flow. Come on, if I can do it on camera, you can do it there. Okay, repeat after me quite loudly, okay? I love and respect myself. Even though I have this fear of failure, I'm still a good person. Tap the front of your ribs. Even though I have this fear of failure, I choose to love myself as I am. Now let's play devil's advocate. Tap the inside of your wrist and say, nope. Shake your head, no. Nope. I can't love myself if I fail. Now we're just addressing the little part of ourselves inside that somewhere secretly thinks that. We need to bring it up and give it love. Okay, so let's just say it as it thinks it. Repeat after me. Nope. I can't love myself if I fail. I won't be good enough. Tap the side of your hands together. I won't be loved. And everyone will know that I'm just a failure. That I'll never be good enough. And I feel this in my body. Now, where do you feel this fear of failure in your body right now? Doesn't matter where, just tune into it. And if it's numb, that's a feeling too, okay? Take a big breath, relax your shoulders and your heart. Lean physically slightly forward. Open your jaw. Tap the top of your head. I choose to admit that it's been hard for me. Growing up, I wasn't treated fairly. Tap your eyebrows. It wasn't fair. It was hard for me. The way they treated me. And go back to your childhood, and if a specific memory comes up, good, but otherwise just tune into the feeling. Tap in the corners of our eyes, right in the corner. When I was young, I was misunderstood. They didn't accept me. They didn't like me. It made me feel bad and small. I choose to acknowledge this part of me that feels bad and small. And I choose to give myself a break because I've been trying to protect myself from being treated like that again. So I'm open to thanking myself for trying to keep me safe. It did a good job. It's held me back. It's kept me indoors. Tap the front of your cheekbones really up high. Don't tap around, just tap here. I choose to love and accept myself, even though it's been hard for me. It's safe to feel this feeling now. Hand on your heart, tapping the divot above your lips. Let's take a big, deep breath. And sigh with your jaw open. Okay, close your eyes and tune into the image again. Does it still look exactly the same, or does it look more fuzzier or distant? Has anything changed in the image? Okay, repeat after me. Even though I have this remaining fear of failure, shrug your shoulders and say, oh, well, I acknowledge how I feel. And I choose to love myself anyway. Even if it doesn't always turn out how I'd hoped. Even if I've been rejected in the past. Tap under your lips. And even if I'm always scared of failure. I choose to give myself a break. I choose to give myself permission to change my mind about this. Even if I'm scared of them knowing of who I really am. Tap the front of your chest. What if they reject me? What if they don't accept me? What if I never get it right? I've been holding this in my body. Now we want to go down into the body. I've been holding this down in my body. In my, say out loud where it is. I feel this feeling right in here. And put your attention to wherever it is. Find it. This fear of failure, this fear of people knowing who you are. Where does it live in your body? Okay, I want you to go down and trace around the edges. Wherever it is. Big, deep breath. Big, deep breath in. And as you breathe out, we're going to open our jaws and relax our shoulders, okay? See if you can force a yawn, because that's really great for healing. Try and yawn, or otherwise just sigh. Relax towards the heaviness in your body. Okay. Now let's close our eyes and go back into that image of the bad thing that could happen, the worst thing that could go wrong. I want you to see yourself. How are you standing or sitting? What are you doing in this image? Okay, I want you to walk into the image. Bring in your highest self. Your subconscious will know how to do it. Step into the image. Step over to yourself as this highest divine light being. And put your hand on her back, or on his back, but I'll say her. Just rub her back and look her in the eyes. And I want you to repeat after me, okay? Look her in the eyes right now. You're standing there in the image next to her. Let's say, I've come to let you know that even if this ever happened, you would be worthy of love. And really connect in with this image. Connect into this perceived future self. I love you. You're doing a great job. And we can change this future. I can take you out of here now. Now take a big breath as you give her that promise. Sort of nod your head a bit, take a big breath. Jaw wide open, okay? Stretch it wide. Wider. Breathe all the way out, okay? Take a deep breath in. So back in with this future self that you fear will happen, of when everything goes wrong. Okay, looking her in the eyes, saying, I'm going to take you out of here now. We can change this together. And I want you to see what future you says to you. It'll be different for everyone. Is she willing to go with you? Or does she need more tapping, more reassurance? Is she in disbelief? Okay. Now, for anyone that is still in disbelief, let's just do one more round of that. Let's continue tapping through the points. Tap the front of your ribs. And let's say, I know this is hard for you. And of course, you're looking at your future self that you're scared will fail, okay? I know this is hard for you. But it doesn't have to be this way. I know we've failed in the past. But we can make a new future now. And really connect your heart in with this image of you who's really scared of failing. And let's say, I love you no matter what. Take a big deep breath in and sigh out with your jaw wide open. Stretch your jaw wider. All the way out. Keep breathing out. Good work. Okay, tap the inside of your wrist. Repeat after me. Even though I'm scared this will happen, I'm taking my power back now. I'm giving myself permission now to create a new future now. Because I am powerful. Even though I felt weak. Tap the side of your hands together on the karate chop point. Even though I felt small. And even though I've been rejected. And now say it loudly. I love and accept myself. It wasn't my fault. I am good enough as I am. And even though I have my doubts, and I'm not completely sure. I thank my doubts for trying to protect me. And this is one of the most important parts of the whole tap. I thank my doubts for trying to keep me safe. Tap the top of your head. These doubts deep in my body. Because part of me isn't sure if I'll be okay. Part of me isn't sure if I am okay. But I give myself permission to love myself just as I am. Take a big deep breath on that one, okay? Give yourself that permission. Jaw wide, breathe all the way out and lean slowly forward. Physically lean forward now, please. See if you can force a yawn or a sigh. Relax your heart. Physically relax towards your doubts and any heaviness. Good work. Okay, tap our eyebrows. We're going to take another deep breath deep into our belly, okay? Deeper, keep breathing in. And sigh out. Big yawn or big sigh. Relax your shoulders down, just drop them down. Tap in the, what are these? The corners of your eyes. Let's close our eyes and go back into that image. Now, for you, it may have changed. You may have already left. And if you have, that's awesome. But let's try on this speed. So go back into that place where you're really scared of failure, the bad thing that went wrong, that you were scared of going wrong and happened. You're there with yourself, your hand rubbing her back. Look her in the eyes and say, I believe in you. We can do better than this. But we are worthy of love either way. And remember, you're talking to yourself from your highest self. Tap the front of your cheekbones. I choose to create a new future. So I step through the door. See a big ornate door? Beautiful handle. Take this other you, this scared you, by the hand. Open the door. And just allow yourself to step through. Okay, keep tapping. Just because I stop, don't you stop. Okay. Now, what do you see on the other side? This is a safe haven. And also, I want you to look on the horizon and you see your version of success. Whatever that is. Could be symbolic, like a forest, or it could be an actual house or a family or, you know, a specific business. And don't worry if it's fuzzy, it's fine. We can clear that up with more tapping. Put your hand on your heart and tap in the divot above your lips. Firmly in this new reality, you've both walked through the door. Okay, your feet are on the ground. I want you to look down and actually see your feet, please. So close your eyes and look down and see your feet in this new place. Now look up with wonder and look around and see the bright colors. Tap under your lips. And I want you to expand the image so it's really big. So it's the size of like an IMAX picture screen. Yeah? Okay, now with your hand firmly on your heart, tapping in the divot under your lips and shoulders relaxed down. Repeat after me. I give myself permission to shine. I choose to take my power back. Because I've been so scared of failing. I've been so scared of getting it wrong. And I acknowledge that about myself. But so what? I choose to love myself anyway. I choose to love myself just as I am. And feel this in your body, even if part of me doesn't. I am worthy of love. Even if I've never known it, and feel it in your body. I am still worthy of love. Tap your chest. So even if I always have this fear of failure, I am worthy of loving myself. Now closing your eyes, connecting with this new place that you've stepped through into. And I step into my future now. The success of who I am. The success of who I'm becoming. And I leave the past behind. So tapping your chest, take a big deep breath and sigh out. Okay. Now, how was that? Now, I want you to tune back into the image that you started with. Okay, now the image of the worst thing that could go wrong, your biggest fear of what could actually happen. Please tune back into that image of the fear and see how it's changed. If you can type in the chat box, that'd be wonderful. Let me know how your image has changed, because we might do a bit more tapping on it. Okay? Also, what land are you in now? How did you step through it? How do you feel differently about failure? And has your number changed? Okay, so really just feel that in your body, how you feel differently compared to when we began. When you think about this worst thing that could happen, how is it different? Now, this is really important because, let me just put my hands on my heart for a bit. This is really important because when you change the picture in your mind, the picture that we started off with, okay, after all this tapping we've done, it will be different. Okay, it will be different to how you started. And what happens there? Oh, Vicky says, I can barely see the failure image now. It's all fuzzy. The new image is so crystal clear. Wonderful. Great. That's actually absolutely amazing. So what happens is when you get this crystal clear image, it's an actual directive. It's a command to your mind, and it will create it. It will give you the actions to create it. Whereas when you have that other image in your mind, like you probably didn't even really completely know it was there, right? It was only once we did the exercise of the worst thing that could go wrong, but that image is always in there and it's controlling your life. So now what we've done is we've gone in and we've changed the image for you so that you will feel more confident. Your mind has that directive and you won't fear failure so much. So let's all put our hands over our heart, take a big deep breath and notice the new sensations from the tap. Close your eyes and allow yourself to have a full experience of this new moment. Relax your forehead and your face. Take a breath. And bring your energy down into the base of your spine. So as you exhale, just feel your energy drop down. Okay. So today we have covered the two best questions. We've covered the two questions that you need to ask, or I, definitely will help if you ask yourself. And the first question is, what did I like about what happened, and how would I do it the same in the future? Okay, and then the second question that you always want to ask with it is, what didn't I like about what I did, and how would I like to improve it? Okay, now remember, you're not thinking about what the other person did. You're not thinking about how they didn't show up, how if only they did this or that. You're thinking about how you could have shown up different. It doesn't matter what they did, okay, because you get to choose and you get to create your reality. But first, you have to take full responsibility for the fact that you get to choose what you say. You get to choose if you turn up. You get to choose if you let them push you around or if you push them around. You know, it's completely your choice. Okay, so remember to ask those 2 questions every day. Every time, especially that you have an event, or not like necessarily like an event, but an experience happen. Okay, now we also did some tapping to help you tune into what your experience was. Now, I know it might have been a bit interesting to see what that worst thing that you're secretly scared will happen about, you know, the fear that you have around failure. If that came up that easily, then it means that it is in the back of your mind and it is controlling your actions, controlling your thoughts. It is part of your vibration. And this is why we go in and we tap and we change the image, because that way we can be focused on what we truly want. In the next few weeks, I want you to look out for the little changes that have happened from the tapping session that we've done, because little things will pop up.